Through education, outreach, and advocacy, NCIP supports policies that keep innocent people out of prison, free the wrongfully convicted, and provide adequate support and resources for exonerees. We recognize that the criminal justice system makes mistakes. We work with other system stakeholders to rectify mistakes that have happened and to prevent future mistakes. Our casework takes us to all corners of the state, often far from our offices and homes, to investigate and engage in litigation. Our legal successes and setbacks inform our policy work, which has statewide impact in addressing the causes and consequences of wrongful conviction. When the law does not allow us to win a righteous case, we work to change the law. And then we work to apply the changed law to correct the case that inspired the change. Over the last 5 years, we have had remarkable success with our policy efforts, leading to great criminal justice reforms that will help prevent and expose wrongful convictions. Since 2014, NCIP has co-sponsored more than a dozen bills that have been signed into law by the governor. One of our recently signed bills, Senate Bill 923, was a huge step forward in eyewitness identification reform in California. The new law took effect on January 1, 2020, and mandates that all law enforcement in California use evidence-based practices when conducting eyewitness identification procedures. It took NCIP and coalition partners 14 years to get eyewitness identification legislation passed in California. Taking the long view requires time, patience, and persistence. But in the end, justice prevails. NCIP, along with our California Innocence Coalition members, savor these victories for justice. But our victories are not won alone. The key to our successful legislation has been the collaboration of the many stakeholders representing varied viewpoints on the criminal justice system. But the strongest voices at the Capitol come from the brave men and women who tell their stories of tragedy and triumph as survivors of injustice. Their advocacy informs and inspires change. Exonerees and crime survivors selflessly relive their pain to ensure our criminal justice system is improved, so others need not suffer the same fate. As NCIP's policy liaison, I have the privilege of sharing our clients' stories, and it is their stories that remind us that while California continues to make some great strides towards a fairer system, there is still work to be done. This fall, as we do every year, we will meet with stakeholders, allies, and coalition members to identify our legislative reform priorities as we continue our work to promote a fair, effective, and compassionate criminal justice system and to protect the rights of the innocent.